My fiancé confessed, "I'm only marrying you because you're my backup plan. My first choice didn't work out. Thinking I'd be grateful she chose me." I responded, "Thank you for your honesty." Then I canceled the wedding and found someone who made me their first choice. Her desperation when she saw my new relationship. I, 31 male, proposed to my fiancée 28 about a year ago. We'd been together for 3 years total, and I genuinely thought we were solid. She said yes, cried happy tears, the whole thing. Wedding was planned for 2 months from now. Invitations sent, venue booked, deposits paid. I'd spent about $28,000 so far on various wedding expenses. Last Saturday night changed everything. We were having wine after dinner, just relaxing on the couch. She'd had maybe 3 glasses, was tipsy but not drunk. We were talking about the wedding, final details, and she got this weird look on her face. "Can I tell you something? I feel like I need to be honest before we get married." My stomach dropped. When someone starts with that, it's never good news. "What's up?" She took a deep breath. "Remember how I dated that guy before you? The one I told you was just okay?" I did remember. She'd mentioned an ex briefly when we first started dating, said it didn't work out, no big deal. "Yeah, what about him?" "Well, I was actually in love with him, like really in love, wanted to marry him. But he didn't want the same things. He was focused on his career, traveling, not ready to settle down. So it ended." "I'm listening, not sure where this is going." "Okay, and then I met you, and you were perfect, stable, ready for commitment, wanted marriage and kids, everything he wasn't." She smiled at me like she'd just given me a compliment. "So I'm really glad it didn't work out with him, because now I have you. My backup plan worked out perfectly." She said it, actually said backup plan out loud, with a smile, like I should be thrilled to be her consolation prize. I sat there for maybe 10 seconds, just processing. Then I stood up, walked to the kitchen, came back with her wine glass refilled, handed it to her. "Thank you for your honesty. Really, I appreciate you telling me the truth." She beamed. Actually beamed. "I'm so glad you understand. I was worried you'd be upset, but you're so mature about this." "Oh, I understand perfectly. Question though, if he showed up tomorrow and wanted you back, would you go?" Her smile faltered. That's not a fair question." "It's a completely fair question. Would you?" Long pause. "I mean, we're getting married. I made a commitment to you." "That's not a yes or no." Another pause. "It's complicated." "It's really not. But thanks for clarifying." I went to our bedroom, got my laptop, came back, opened it on the coffee table, started making calls. First call, wedding venue. "Hi, I need to cancel my wedding reservation." My fiancé's eyes went wide. "What are you doing?" I held up one finger, kept talking. "Yes, I understand the deposit is non-refundable. That's fine. Please proceed with the cancellation. Email me the confirmation." Second call, caterer. Same thing. Third call, photographer. My fiancé was standing now, wine forgotten. "Are you serious right now? You're canceling our wedding? You just told me I'm your backup plan, your safety school, your second choice. Why would I marry someone who settled for me?" "I didn't mean it like that. You literally said backup plan. Those were your exact words," while smiling. Fourth call, DJ. Fifth call, florist. By the time I finished, she was crying. "You're overreacting? I was just being honest. Isn't that what you want? I want someone who chose me first, not someone who picked me because their first choice said no. That's not overreacting. That's having standards." "But I love you. You love that I'm stable and ready to commit." "That's not the same thing. And the fact that you couldn't even say you wouldn't go back to him if he wanted you? That told me everything I need to know." I called one more number. My buddy who's a real estate agent. "Hey man, need your help looking to sell the condo. Can you come by tomorrow to discuss listing?" My fiancé lost it. "The condo? You're selling our home?" "My condo, that I bought before we met, that's in my name only. And yes, I'm selling it. Can't live in a place that reminds me of being someone's backup plan." She begged, cried, apologized, said she didn't mean it that way, that the wine made her say stupid things, that she really did love me. I told her she should probably stay with her parents for a few days. Give us both space to think. She left around midnight. I sat on that couch until 3 a.m., just processing. The woman I was going to marry had just told me I was her second choice. Her plan B. And she thought I'd be grateful for it. Sunday morning, I woke up clear-headed. made more calls. My lawyer drafted a letter to her officially terminating the engagement. My realtor came by, assessed the condo, gave me a listing price. By Sunday evening, my place was on the market and the engagement was legally over. Lost about $18,000 in non-refundable deposits, worth every penny to dodge that bullet. Update 1 week later. The past week has been absolutely insane. Let me catch you up on the chaos that erupted after I canceled the wedding. Monday morning, her mother called me. "What is this nonsense about canceling the wedding? My daughter is devastated." "Your daughter told me I'm her backup plan," her exact words. "So I ended the engagement." She was drunk, she didn't mean it. She had 3 glasses of wine over 2 hours. She was tipsy, not drunk. And drunk words are sober thoughts. "You're being ridiculous. Every woman compares options, that's normal." Comparing is normal. Telling your fiancé he's your consolation prize is not. We're done. Her father called Tuesday. More reasonable, but still pushing. "Son, I think you're making a rash decision. 4 years together, that's worth fighting for." "Sir, respectfully, I'd fight for someone who chose me first, not someone who settled for me because their first choice wasn't available. That's not negotiable." "But the wedding is in 2 months. Everything's planned." Was planned. I canceled everything. The deposits are lost, but that's better than a marriage built on being someone's backup. Wednesday, her sister showed up at my office. Security called. I went down. "You need to talk to her. She's a mess. Not eating, not sleeping." "That's unfortunate, but it doesn't change what she said." "She apologized. What more do you want?" "I want to marry someone who wanted me from day one. Not someone who picked me because option A didn't pan out. Your sister made it very clear where I stand. I'm respecting both of us by walking away." "You're being selfish. Think about her feelings." "I am thinking about her feelings. She settled for me." "That's not fair to her either. She should be with someone she actually chose first, not someone she convinced herself was good enough." She couldn't argue with that logic. Left frustrated. Thursday brought a new development. A mutual friend called. "Hey man, so her ex is back in town, the one she was talking about. Apparently he reached out to her yesterday." My blood ran cold. "And?" "She told him she's engaged. He said congratulations. She apparently cried after." "So she told him she's engaged, not that the engagement is over?" "According to my source, yeah. She's telling everyone you're just taking a break, that you'll work it out." I texted her immediately. "For the record, we're not taking a break. The engagement is over. Permanently. Please stop telling people otherwise." Her response came fast. "We need to talk. Please. Can I come over?" "No, there's nothing to discuss. I'm moving forward." "You should too." "I made a mistake. I was just being vulnerable and honest. Isn't that what couples do? Couples don't tell each other their backup plans. That's not vulnerability. That's cruel honesty. And now you know how I feel about it." Friday, the desperation escalated. She showed up at my condo at 6 a.m., banging on the door. "Please, we need to talk. I love you." I checked the doorbell camera. She looked rough. "You need to leave. This is harassment." "Harassment? I'm your fiancé." "Ex-fiancé. And if you don't leave, I'm calling the police." "You wouldn't dare." I started dialing 911. She heard it through the camera, finally left, sent me a barrage of texts after. "You're being so dramatic." I said one thing wrong. "You're throwing away years over nothing." "Not nothing. Everything, actually." But she couldn't see it. Saturday, her friends started reaching out. Group intervention attempt. "You're being really harsh." She made a mistake. Everyone has doubts. I responded to one, copied to all. She didn't have doubts. She told me I'm her backup plan. That her real first choice didn't work out. Then couldn't say she wouldn't go back to him if he wanted her. That's not cold feet. That's settling. I deserve better. Most went quiet after that. One responded, "When you put it that way, yeah, that's pretty bad." Sunday, I went to look at new apartments. Smaller place, different neighborhood. Fresh start. My realtor was great, understood the situation. "You're doing the right thing, man. Nobody should be anyone's backup plan." Found a nice 1-bedroom. Put in an application, got approved by Monday morning, signed the lease Tuesday. Moving in 2 weeks. My ex found out somehow. Tuesday evening, "You're moving without even discussing it?" "Nothing to discuss. I'm single. I can live where I want." "What about US?" "There is no us. You made that clear when you called me your backup plan. I apologized. Apologies don't erase what you said or that you couldn't deny you'd go back to him. I'm done having this conversation. Wednesday brought the final escalation. She showed up at my condo again, this time with her parents, all three of them. I watched through the camera. Her dad knocked. Son, we need to talk, as adults. I opened the door, didn't let them in. What can I do for you? Her mom jumped in. You can stop being stubborn and forgive her. She made a mistake. She told me I'm her consolation prize. That's not a mistake. That's how she actually feels. She was emotional, testing you. Her dad added, to see if you really love her. I actually laughed. She wasn't testing me. She was drunk, confessing the truth. And even if it was a test, I don't want to marry someone who plays games like that. We're done. Please leave. My ex stepped forward. I'll do anything. Therapy, couples counseling, whatever you want. I want to be someone's first choice. You can't give me that. Nobody can change the past. You picked me because he said no. That's the reality. I'm just accepting it. Her father tried one more approach. Think about the investment. 4 years. All those memories. Sunk cost fallacy. Just because I invested time doesn't mean I should continue investing in something that won't work. She settled for me. That's not a foundation for marriage. I'm not angry. I'm just done. They finally left. I closed the door, locked it, and felt relief. Genuine relief. I'd made the right call. Update 2, 6 weeks later. It's been about a month and a half since the breakup. Things have progressed in unexpected ways. First, the practical stuff. Sold the condo. Got asking price, closed fast. Moved into my new apartment 3 weeks ago. Smaller, but it's mine. No memories of her here. Fresh start like I needed. 2 weeks after the breakup, a friend invited me to a casual dinner party. Didn't really want to go, but figured I should start being social again. Met someone there. Let's call her my friend since we've become close. She's 29, works in education, completely different vibe from my ex. We started talking about books, then movies, then just everything. Exchanged numbers. Started texting. Here's the thing. She knew who I was, knew about the breakup. Mutual friend had mentioned it. She brought it up directly on our second coffee meetup. So I heard about what happened with your engagement. That's rough. Yeah, it wasn't great. Your friend told me why. The backup plan thing, that's, wow. Yeah, for what it's worth, whoever doesn't make you their first choice is an idiot. That hit different. Not pitying, just matter of fact. We kept hanging out. Coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into a weekend museum visit. Nothing rushed, just easy, natural. By week 4, we were officially dating. Nothing serious yet, just seeing where it goes. But here's what made it different. She chose me. Not because someone else said no. Not because I was stable or safe. Just because she liked me. Week 5, last week I posted a photo on social media. First one in weeks. Just me and my friend at a restaurant. Didn't even tag her, didn't caption it. Just a casual post. Hell broke loose. My ex started calling from different numbers. I'd blocked her original, so she was using friends' phones. Left voicemails. Who is that? Are you seeing someone? We just broke up. You moved on already? After 4 years? I can't believe you'd do this to me. The entitlement was staggering. We'd been broken up 6 weeks. She'd told me I was her backup plan. Couldn't say she wouldn't go back to her ex. But somehow I was the bad guy for moving forward. Her sister texted me from a new number. Really classy, flaunting a new relationship when my sister is still grieving. We broke up 6 weeks ago. I'm single. I can see whoever I want. You clearly never loved her if you moved on this fast. I loved her enough to want to be her first choice. She made it clear I wasn't, so I found someone who did choose me first. Her mother called my mother. That was a new low. My mom called me after, laughing. Your ex's mother just called me, crying about how you've replaced her daughter already. What did you tell her? I told her that her daughter told you that you were her backup plan, so you found someone who doesn't think of you as a backup. She didn't have much to say to that. Thanks, Mom. Anytime, sweetie. Also, I like that you posted a photo. Shows you're moving forward. Don't let them guilt you. But they tried. Hard. My ex showed up at my new apartment building Tuesday evening. Somehow found my address. Security called me. Sir, there's someone here asking for you. Says she's your fiancée? Ex-fiancée. Please tell her to leave. She's insisting she needs to talk to you. I don't want to talk to her. If she doesn't leave, call the police. She left, but not before screaming in the lobby about how I'm parading a new girlfriend around when we're supposed to be working things out. Wednesday, she found my friend on social media. Sent her a direct message. My friend showed me, he's not over me. He's using you to make me jealous. Just so you know, we're getting back together soon. He always comes back to me. My friend responded, he told me you called him your backup plan. He's not getting back together with someone who did that. Also, this is weird. Please stop. My ex responded, he's lying. I never said that. He's manipulating you. My friend, he's not lying. Multiple people confirmed it. Move on. Then blocked her. Told me about it over dinner. Your ex is something else. Yeah, sorry about that. Don't apologize. Not your fault. She can't handle that you moved on. Thanks for understanding. I mean, you told me up front about everything. You were honest about where you're at. That's all I needed to know. That conversation made me realize something. This woman in a few weeks had shown me more respect and consideration than my ex had in 4 years. She chose me. Not as a backup, not as a safe option, just chose me. That felt incredible. Thursday, the escalation continued. My ex started calling my workplace. Receptionist transferred one to me before I could warn her. Please, we need to talk, in person. We don't. We've said everything there is to say. But you're with someone new. That's not fair. Life isn't fair. You told me I'm your backup plan. I found someone who doesn't think of me that way. That's how it works. She's not better than me. She's not my backup plan. That automatically makes her better for me. Hung up. Told the receptionist to not transfer any more calls from her. Friday, her desperation reached new heights. She showed up at the restaurant where my friend and I were having dinner. Just showed up, walked right to our table. We need to talk. My friend looked at me, raised an eyebrow. I stood up. You need to leave. This is harassment. I just want to talk. There's nothing to talk about. Leave. Now. Restaurant manager came over. Is there a problem? My ex turned to him. He's my fiancé. He's here with another woman. Ex-fiancé, I corrected, who's been harassing me for weeks. Can you please ask her to leave? Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to go. She didn't go quietly, made a scene. Loud crying, accusing me of cheating. We'd been broken up 6 weeks, calling my friend names. Security escorted her out. My friend just sat there, calm as anything. That was dramatic. I'm so sorry. Stop apologizing. Not your fault. She's unhinged. We finished dinner, walked outside. My ex was gone, but she'd keyed my car. Across the side, cheater. I took photos, filed a police report. Officer was sympathetic. This happened often? She's been escalating since I broke off our engagement 6 weeks ago. Might want to consider a restraining order. Thinking about it. Got the report number, sent it to my insurance company. $2,100 in damage. Insurance covered most of it after deductible. Saturday, I finally filed for a restraining order. Documented everything. The unwanted appearances, the calls from multiple numbers, the harassment of my friend, the property damage. Hearing scheduled for next week. My lawyer said I had a solid case. She's showing a clear pattern of harassment. The property damage seals it. Sunday, process server delivered the restraining order paperwork to her. She called from another new number, hysterical. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. A restraining order? Are you serious? I'm just trying to fight for us. No, she was refusing to accept reality. Big difference. Update 3, final. It's been 3 months since I ended the engagement. Time for the final update because the situation has fully resolved. The restraining order hearing happened 2 weeks ago. My ex showed up with her parents and a lawyer. Budget 1, clearly. Her lawyer tried to argue this was just a dispute between former romantic partners and that I was overreacting. My lawyer presented documentation of her showing up at my home multiple times, showing up at my workplace, harassing my new partner, and the property damage to my car. Photos of the keying, police report, everything. Judge wasn't sympathetic. Asked my ex directly, ma'am, why did you continue contacting him after he asked you to stop? Because we need to work things out. We were together 4 years. But he ended the relationship, correct? Yes. And you've contacted him repeatedly despite him asking you not to? I just wanted to talk, and you damaged his property? I was upset. He moved on so fast. That's not an excuse for harassment or property damage. Restraining order granted. 1 year, no contact. She burst into tears. Her mother started yelling at me from the gallery. Judge threatened to hold her in contempt. They left. My lawyer was pleased. That went well. She'll face consequences if she violates it. Good. Because I was done playing games. She'd made her choices. Now she had to live with them. The aftermath has been interesting. Mutual friends have mostly picked sides. Most went with me once they heard the full story. Backup plan is apparently too egregious for most people to defend. Lost a few friends who thought I was too harsh for ending a 4-year relationship over one comment. But honestly, those aren't friends worth keeping. The ones who matter understood. My ex's life has apparently spiraled. Heard through the grapevine she's struggling. Reached out to her ex, the first choice guy. He wasn't interested. Apparently has a serious girlfriend now. Might be engaged. That broke her. She's living with her parents, seeing a therapist, dealing with depression. Part of me feels bad. But a bigger part remembers sitting on that couch hearing backup plan and feeling like I'd been punched in the gut. Actions have consequences. The condo sold well. Used the profit as a down payment on a small house. Better neighborhood, closer to work. My friend and I are still together. Taking it slow, but it's good. Really good. She's never made me feel like a second choice. Never compared me to anyone else. Just chooses me every day. That's what a relationship should feel like. Last week, my ex tried to reach out through her lawyer. Client wishes to apologize and seek closure. My lawyer responded, client has restraining order in place. No contact means no contact. Client should seek closure through therapy. That was the end of it. She's not my problem anymore. Here's what I learned. Being someone's backup plan isn't romantic. It's not she realized what she had. It's settling. And settling is poison to a relationship. Better to be alone than to be someone's consolation prize. The moment she said those words, our relationship died. Everything after was just paperwork. The financial hit hurt. Lost $18,000 in deposits, another $4,000 in moving costs and various expenses. But I'd gladly pay that again to avoid marrying someone who saw me as their backup plan. Some people think I overreacted, that I should have worked through it. But why? Why should I work to convince someone to choose me first? That's not a relationship, that's a campaign. I wanted a partner, not a skeptic I had to win over. My friend asked me last week if I'd change anything. If you could go back, would you still propose to her? Knowing how it would end, I thought about it. Honestly, no. But I can't change the past. I can only control how I responded when I found out who she really was, and I'm good with my response. No regrets? About ending it? None. About the time invested? Maybe a little. But it taught me what I won't accept. That's worth something. She smiled. You know what I love about you? You know your worth. You're not desperate or clingy. You just know what you deserve. Took me a while to get there. But yeah, I do. That's rare. So is finding someone who makes you their first choice from day one. She kissed me. You'll always be my first choice. That's all I ever wanted. Not to be someone's backup plan. Not to be their safety school. Just to be chosen. Actually chosen. The wedding that never happened would have been last weekend. Didn't think about it much. Went to a baseball game with my friend instead. Had a great time. Didn't miss the wedding or the woman who would have been at the altar. Just felt grateful I dodged that bullet. Being someone's backup plan is worse than being alone. At least alone, you're not pretending to be someone's first choice when you're really just the consolation prize. My ex will probably always see herself as the victim in this story. The woman who made one mistake and lost everything. But that's not what happened. She told the truth about how she felt. I believed her and acted accordingly. If she'd wanted me to be her first choice, she should have made me her first choice. Simple as that. I'm not angry anymore. Not hurt. Just free. Free from wondering if I'm enough. Free from being compared to someone else. Free from being a backup plan. Life's too short to be anyone's second choice. I found someone who makes me their first. That's the win. Not revenge, not schadenfreude over my ex's struggles. Just finding someone who actually wants me. That's enough. That's everything. The engagement ending was the best thing that could have happened. Saved me from a marriage built on settling. Opened me up to finding someone who doesn't settle. Can't ask for more than that. My fiancée demanded a strict prenup to protect her future assets, or the wedding was off. I signed it without hesitation. 3 years later, I won the $5 million jackpot. When she asked for her share, I pointed to the clause she wrote herself. Her lawyer was speechless. Original post. I, 35 male, married my now wife, 33, 3 years ago. We'd been dating for 2 years before that, and honestly, I thought she was perfect. Smart, ambitious, had her life together. She worked in pharmaceutical sales, made decent money, had a nice condo she owned outright thanks to an inheritance from her grandmother. About 6 months before our wedding, she sat me down for the talk. I thought maybe she was pregnant or wanted to discuss kids. Nope. We need a prenup, she said, sliding a folder across the table. I wasn't opposed. I'm a high school history teacher, made about $62 a year at the time. She was pulling in around $95 with bonuses. I figured she wanted to protect her condo and savings. Made sense. Okay, sure, we can hire a lawyer together and… I already had my attorney draft it. Red flag? Maybe. But I loved her, and honestly, what did I have to protect? My 2015 Honda Civic and about $18 in savings? I opened the folder. This thing was thorough, like 37 pages thorough. The key points. Her condo remains her separate property. Her inheritance and any future inheritance stays hers. All assets acquired before marriage remain separate. Any assets acquired during marriage through individual means remain the property of the acquirer. Any lottery winnings, gambling proceeds, or windfall gains acquired by either party remain separate property of the winner. Income earned during marriage goes into separate accounts. We'd split household bills 60-40 based on our income ratio. That last point about lottery winnings? I actually laughed. Babe, I buy maybe one scratch ticket a year when I'm feeling lucky. This seems excessive. She didn't laugh. My attorney insisted. It protects both of us. Both of us? I don't have anything. Exactly, so you have nothing to lose by signing. Her mother was there too, another red flag I ignored. Sweetie, this is just smart planning. You understand, right? My daughter worked hard for what she has. She needs protection. I shrugged. Fine, let me have my own lawyer review it first though. Why? Don't you trust me? My fiancée's face did this thing where she looked hurt but also annoyed. It's not about trust, it's about being smart, like you said. She sighed dramatically. Fine, but if you don't sign it, there's no wedding. I can't marry someone who won't respect my boundaries. I took it to a lawyer buddy who owed me a favor. He skimmed it, laughed, and said, Dude, she's protecting assets you don't even have access to. This is so one-sided, it's almost funny. But hey, you're not losing anything you currently have, so if you love her, sign it. I signed it. We got married. Things were fine. Not great, but fine. She kept her money separate. I kept mine. We had a joint account for bills that we both contributed to. She made it clear early on that her condo was hers, even though I lived there, and I shouldn't redecorate or change anything without asking. Then, about 4 months ago, I stopped at a gas station on my way home from work. Bought a Mega Millions ticket on impulse. $2. Didn't think twice about it. 3 days later, I was grading papers when I remembered to check the numbers. I won. Not the full jackpot, but I matched 5 numbers plus the mega ball on a smaller drawing. $5.2 million before taxes. I literally sat there for 20 minutes checking and rechecking. Called the lottery office. Verified. It was real. $5.2 million. After taxes, I'd see about $3.1 million. Still life-changing money. I told her that night at dinner. You're joking. I'm not. I verified it 3 times. I have to go claim it tomorrow. She dropped her fork. Oh my God, we're rich. Well, I'm comfortable now. We'll be fine. We'll be fine? This is our money. I shook my head slowly. Actually, no. Remember the prenup? Any lottery winnings, gambling proceeds, or windfall gains acquired by either party remain separate property of the winner. Your lawyer was real specific about that. Her face went white, then red. That was meant to protect my future assets. It says either party. That includes me. But you don't have anything. That clause was for me. Babe, it's in writing. It's legally binding. She stood up, grabbed the prenup from her home office, and started flipping through it frantically. I watched her find the clause, watched her read it over and over. This isn't fair. I didn't mean it like this. What did you mean it like? I meant if I won something, it would be mine. You were never supposed to actually win anything. The entitlement was stunning. So it's only fair when it benefits you? Don't twist this. We're married. We're supposed to share. Like we shared your inheritance, your condo, your separate savings account? She had no response to that. Just stared at me like I'd betrayed her. I claimed the winnings the next day. Took the lump sum. Set up a meeting with a financial advisor. Got everything squared away. I haven't filed for divorce yet. But I'm living in my own apartment now. A nice one. Paid cash for a year up front. Gave my notice at the school for the end of the year. Wanted to finish with my students. The real drama started when her family found out. Update 1, 2 weeks later. So the last 2 weeks have been absolutely insane. My wife's family has gone completely off the rails, and I'm documenting everything because this feels like it's heading toward legal territory. The family intervention. 4 days after I moved out, my wife's mother organized what she called a family meeting. She showed up at my new apartment with my wife, her father, and her brother, who I've always thought was a tool, now confirmed. I opened the door. How did you get my address? My wife, I followed you from school. Creepy, but whatever. What do you want? Her mother pushed past me into my apartment. We need to talk about this situation you've created. I didn't create any situation. I won money that the prenup says is mine. Her brother, don't be dense. You know that clause wasn't meant for you. It says either party. I'm a party. It applies to me. Her father, who'd been quiet until now. Son, be reasonable. You were making teacher money when you signed that. The spirit of the agreement was to protect existing wealth. The spirit? It's a legal document. The words matter. My wife started crying. How can you be so cold? I thought you loved me. I do love you. But you made it very clear when we got married that we keep our finances separate. I'm just following the rules you set. Her mother, this is financial abuse. You're withholding marital assets. I actually laughed. Your lawyer drafted that prenup. Your lawyer put in that specific clause about lottery winnings. I just followed it. Her brother got aggressive. Stepped up close to me. You're really gonna screw over my sister like this? After everything she's done for you? Like what? Letting me pay 40% of the bills while living in her condo that I couldn't change or personalize? Real generous. That's when he shoved me. Not hard, but enough that I stumbled back. Big mistake on his part. Get out, all of you. Now. Her mother, we're not leaving until you agree to share that money fairly. Fair? Like how it was fair that her inheritance was off limits? Like how it was fair that her condo was completely hers even though I lived there? Get out. I pulled out my phone. I'm calling the cops. You have 30 seconds. They left, but not before her mother said, you'll regret this. We'll see you in court. The lawyer consultation. My wife did exactly what her mother threatened. I got served with papers 3 days ago. She's trying to argue that the prenup should be thrown out because it was signed under duress, and the lottery clause was unconscionable. I met with my own attorney yesterday. His name's on my contacts list as best decision ever now. He read through everything, looked at the timeline, reviewed the prenup, and just started grinning. This is beautiful. She drafted this herself? Her lawyer drafted it. Even better. She had legal representation. You had legal representation. There's no duress claim here. And unconscionable? She's the one who insisted on the separate property provisions. She can't cherry-pick which ones apply. So I'm good? You're golden. In fact, I think we should countersue for the cost of this frivolous lawsuit plus attorney fees. Will that work? Her lawyer's going to take one look at this prenup and tell her to drop it. If she doesn't, she's going to hemorrhage money on a case she can't win. The financial manipulation. Here's where it gets really ugly. Yesterday, I got a call from my bank. Apparently, my wife tried to claim there was fraud on our joint account, the one we use for bills, and attempted to freeze all the funds in it. The account has maybe $4,200 in it. My share of bills for the next 2 months. The bank caught it because the prenup, which I'd provided to them when I started moving my money, clearly stated separate finances, and she's not authorized to make unilateral decisions on that account. But get this. She also tried to claim she needed emergency access to my new accounts because she was my wife and I was hiding marital assets. The bank shut her down hard, told her she needed a court order. She apparently had a meltdown right there in the branch. They have it on security footage. Then I got a call from my school principal. My wife had contacted them claiming I was experiencing a mental health crisis and needed to take a leave of absence. Said I'd come into sudden money and was making erratic decisions. Thankfully, my principal knows me well. Just wanted to give you a heads up. We're not doing anything with this, but document it. The entitlement is honestly breathtaking. She wants to paint me as unstable while simultaneously trying to access money that legally isn't hers. The real kicker, I was going through old files yesterday and found something interesting. Remember how she said her lawyer insisted on the lottery clause? I found an email chain from before our wedding. She'd used our shared computer to print something and left her email open. She specifically told her lawyer to include that clause because, and I quote, "I occasionally buy lottery tickets, and if I ever win big, I don't want him thinking he's entitled to any of it." She wanted that protection. For herself. Never imagined it could apply to me. I forwarded those emails to my lawyer. He was thrilled. My wife's been texting nonstop. The messages started apologetic, then angry, then desperate. Now they're just weird. "We can work this out. I'll drop the lawsuit if you just share 50 cents, 40%. Please, I made a mistake. Can we just talk? You're destroying our marriage over money. Everyone thinks you're being selfish. My mom's lawyer says we have a strong case. They don't 30%. I haven't responded to any of them. My lawyer said not to engage. The preliminary hearing is in 3 weeks. Her lawyer already requested an emergency meeting with the judge to discuss the validity of the prenuptial agreement. My lawyer's response? Bring it on. Update 2. 1 month later. The courtroom drama exceeded my wildest expectations. Her lawyer really thought he had something here. He really did. The court hearing? We met in front of a judge last week for the preliminary hearing. My wife showed up with her mother, her brother, and 2 lawyers. 2. Apparently, she hired a second one who specializes in unconscionable contracts. I showed up with my 1 lawyer, a briefcase full of documentation, and 0 patience for nonsense. Her primary lawyer went first. Your Honor, my client believes this prenuptial agreement should be voided due to several factors. First, the clause regarding lottery winnings is unconscionable as it was never intended to. The judge held up her hand. Counselor, did your client have legal representation when signing this prenup? She did, but did the respondent have legal representation? Yes, however. Was there any coercion, fraud, or duress involved in the signing? Her lawyer hesitated. Not in the traditional sense, Your Honor, but my client was in love and didn't fully understand the implications. So she signed a legal document with a lawyer present of her own free will? Yes, Your Honor. And this prenup was drafted by her attorney, correct? That's correct, but the specific lottery clause was meant to protect her future. The judge cut him off again. Counselor, I've reviewed this document. The language is crystal clear. Either party means both parties. That's basic contract law. Do you have any legal precedent suggesting otherwise? He didn't. He stammered through some nonsense about the spirit of the agreement and how I was being unfair. Then my lawyer stood up. Oh man, this was beautiful. Your Honor, I'd like to submit several pieces of evidence. First, an email chain from before the marriage, where the plaintiff specifically requested this clause to protect her own lottery activities. Second, documentation showing that for the entire marriage, the plaintiff insisted on completely separate finances per her own demands. Third, bank records showing she never contributed to his separate accounts or allowed him access to hers. Fourth, testimony from the plaintiff's own mother, stating that the prenup was designed to protect what's hers. He laid it all out. Every email, every bank statement, every text message where she'd told me, my money is mine. The judge looked at my wife. Ma'am, you had this prenup drafted specifically to keep assets separate. You insisted your husband sign it or there would be no wedding. Is that correct? My wife tried to speak, but her voice cracked. Yes, but I never thought. You never thought he'd have assets worth protecting? That's not how contracts work. Her second lawyer jumped in. Your Honor, we'd like to argue that the prenup should be voided because the consideration was inadequate. My client brought significantly more assets to the marriage, and she wanted to keep them separate, which this prenup allows her to do. You can't have it both ways, counselor. Then came the nuclear moment. My lawyer pulled out another document. Your Honor, we'd also like to submit this attempted fraud report from the defendant's bank. The plaintiff tried to claim fraud on their joint account and freeze his funds. She also contacted his employer claiming he was mentally unstable. We believe this demonstrates a pattern of financial manipulation and harassment. The judge's expression went from annoyed to seriously displeased. Is this true? My wife's lawyer looked like he wanted to disappear. Your Honor, my client was emotional and made some regrettable decisions. Some regrettable decisions? Counselor, attempting to freeze someone's bank account and contacting their employer with false claims isn't regrettable. It's potentially criminal. Her lawyer tried to salvage it. We'd like to request a continuance to better prepare our case. Request denied. This prenup is valid and enforceable. Case dismissed. Just like that, over. But my wife wasn't done. The parking lot ambush. As I was leaving the courthouse, my wife's brother and father cornered me in the parking garage. Not physically threatening, but definitely aggressive. Her father, you really did this. You actually screwed over my daughter. I followed the legal agreement she demanded I sign. Her brother, legal doesn't mean right. You know she needs that money. Needs? She makes $95 a year and owns a condo outright. Her father, she has expenses, plans. She was going to invest in a business opportunity. With my money? That's not how this works. Her brother stepped closer. Family takes care of family. Then where was this energy when she refused to let me put even one picture on the wall of her condo? Where was this when she made sure every penny she earned stayed separate from mine? Her father looked genuinely confused. That was different. She earned that money. And I earned this. Well, I won it. Same principle, according to the prenup she wrote. Her brother, you're making a huge mistake. When she's successful and you're still a broke teacher, don't come crawling back. I'm not a teacher anymore. I quit, and I won't be crawling anywhere. They didn't like that, but they left. The settlement offer. 2 days after the hearing, I got a call from her lawyer. A different one. Her third lawyer, apparently. My client would like to propose a settlement. The court already ruled. Yes, but she'd like to avoid further litigation. She's willing to drop all claims in exchange for $800,000. I actually laughed out loud. $800,000? For what? Pain and suffering, emotional distress, and to preserve the marriage. The marriage where she kept everything separate. The marriage where she made it clear my contributions didn't matter. That marriage. My client is willing to be reasonable. Tell your client I'm willing to give her exactly what the prenup entitles her to, nothing, because that's what I got from her stuff. That's very cold. It's very consistent. Have a nice day. I hung up and immediately called my lawyer. They offered me a settlement. Let me guess, they want you to pay them? $800. He laughed so hard I thought he'd hurt himself. The audacity. Absolutely not. In fact, I'm filing our countersuit today. The countersuit. My lawyer filed a countersuit for legal fees, harassment, attempted fraud, and defamation for contacting my employer with false claims. We're asking for $125,000 in damages. Her new lawyer tried to call it aggressive and vindictive. My lawyer's response? Your client tried to steal money through legal manipulation after losing in court. This is accountability. The discovery phase is ongoing, but here's what we've uncovered. 1. She took out a personal loan for $50,000 3 weeks before I won the lottery to invest in her friend's MLM scheme, essential oils or some nonsense. She was counting on her next bonus to pay it back. The bonus didn't happen because her sales tanked. 2. She's been telling everyone, friends, family, coworkers, that I'm stealing her money. Several people have contacted me asking why I'm being so cruel to her. 3. She tried to access my parents' information to explain the situation to them. My mom hung up on her after 2 minutes and called me laughing. 4. Her mother hired a private investigator to follow me, presumably to find evidence of something. The PI contacted my lawyer and said he'd be happy to testify that I've done nothing but work with my financial advisor and look at houses. The final straw. Last week I came home to find my car keyed. Not random scratches. The word thief carved into the driver's side door. I have a security camera now, first thing I bought after moving. The footage clearly shows my wife's brother doing it. I filed a police report. He was arrested yesterday. My wife called me crying, begging me to drop the charges. He's family. He made a mistake. He committed a crime. Please, he'll lose his job if he gets convicted. Should have thought about that before he keyed my car. I'll pay for the repairs. With what money? Your separate account that I was never allowed to know the balance of? She couldn't respond to that. I'm not dropping the charges. I'm done being the nice guy who gets walked all over. Final update. 2 months later. It's over. Finally. Let me wrap up this saga. The divorce. I filed for divorce 6 weeks ago. Given the prenup, it was straightforward. We had no shared assets beyond that joint account with $4,200 in it. We split it. She tried to claim she deserved alimony because she'd become accustomed to a certain lifestyle. The judge literally laughed. Ma'am, according to these records, you kept your finances completely separate throughout your marriage. You earned more than your husband. You contributed to exactly one joint account for bills. There is no lifestyle he provided that you became accustomed to. Her lawyer tried one last Hail Mary. Your Honor, the lottery winnings fundamentally changed the marital dynamics. The lottery winnings that the prenup explicitly designated as separate property? Try again, counselor. Divorce granted. Clean break. I walked out of that courthouse a free man. The countersuit results. The countersuit settled out of court. Her lawyer finally convinced her that going to trial would cost her more than just paying up. She agreed to pay $85,000 for legal fees, harassment, and the defamation claim. Her insurance covered the defamation part, but the legal fees came out of her pocket. Turns out that MLM investment went south fast. She lost the entire $50. She's now underwater on that personal loan, and her credits tanked because she missed 2 payments. The irony is beautiful. She tried to get my money to cover her bad decisions and ended up deeper in debt. Her brother's consequences. Her brother pled guilty to vandalism to avoid a more serious charge. He got 100 hours of community service and has to pay restitution for my car repairs, $2,800. He also got fired from his job because they have a zero-tolerance policy for criminal convictions. My wife's mother called me to yell about ruining his life. I reminded her that he ruined it himself when he committed a crime on camera. She hung up on me. The family aftermath. The family has completely fractured. My ex-wife's father apparently took my side, quietly. He called me a month ago. I owe you an apology. I didn't know how bad she'd gotten. Her mother enabled this behavior her whole life. I tried to warn her the prenup was too strict, but she insisted. We talked for an hour. Turns out he'd been unhappy in his own marriage for years, always bending to his wife's demands. Seeing this whole situation play out was a wake-up call for him. He's filing for divorce too. His soon-to-be ex-wife blames me for destroying the family, because of course she does. My ex-wife moved back in with her mother. She's apparently miserable. Her friends distanced themselves after the truth came out about her behavior. The ones who stayed told me privately that she's been insufferable, constantly playing victim. She sent one final text 2 weeks ago. I hope you're happy alone with your money. I didn't respond. But honestly, yeah, I am happy. Where I am now. I bought a house. 3-bedroom, nice yard, quiet neighborhood. Paid cash. It's completely mine. No strings attached. I'm not teaching anymore. Instead, I started a scholarship fund for low-income students. Donated $500 to it up front. The rest of my winnings are invested conservatively. I'm living off the interest, volunteering at a local community center, and actually enjoying life for the first time in years. I realized something during this whole mess. My ex-wife never saw me as a partner. I was someone who helped with bills and didn't interfere with her life. The second I had something of value, she felt entitled to it, while still keeping everything of hers locked away. The prenup she insisted on wasn't about protection, it was about control. She wanted the freedom to keep everything separate while having the security of a husband. She just never expected that arrangement to benefit me instead of her. What I learned. People show you who they are. My ex-wife showed me repeatedly that she valued her independence and her assets above our partnership. I just didn't want to see it. When she insisted on that prenup, when she wouldn't let me hang pictures in her condo, when she kept her accounts completely separate, those weren't just quirks. They were warnings. The lottery money didn't change who I am. It just revealed who she was. And you know what? That $2 lottery ticket was the best money I ever spent. Not because of the jackpot, but because it showed me the truth before I wasted more years with someone who saw me as convenient rather than essential. Some people in my life think I should have shared the money. They say marriage is about compromise and generosity. And they're right, marriage is about those things, but our marriage never was. She made sure of that. I don't regret the divorce. I don't regret enforcing the prenup. And I definitely don't regret putting my foot down when she tried to manipulate and harass me into giving up what was legally mine. The best revenge isn't living well. It's living authentically, on your own terms, without someone trying to control your every move while keeping you at arm's length. I'm good. More than good. I'm free. And the prenup she demanded to protect herself, it protected me instead. Beautifully. Perfectly. Exactly as written. Thanks for following this journey, Reddit. Time to move forward and actually enjoy life. My fiancée ran out of our wedding after her ex crashed it yelling, "Come back to me." I told guests, "Open bar, party continues." 72 hours later, she called crying after he'd rejected her and taken her car. When she begged to come home, I, 31 male, was standing at the altar. My fiancée, 29, was halfway down the aisle. Everything was perfect. The flowers, the music, 200 people watching. My mom crying happy tears. Her dad walking her toward me with this proud look on his face. Then the doors at the back crashed open. Her ex-boyfriend came sprinting down the aisle like his life depended on it. Full on running. People gasped, turned around. Her dad stopped walking. My fiancée froze. The ex slid to a stop right in front of her. Didn't even look at me. Just stared at her like I didn't exist. "Don't do this," he said, breathing hard. "Please. I made a mistake, a huge mistake. I love you. I've always loved you. Come back to me." Dead silence in the entire church. I'm talking, you could hear someone's phone vibrate in their purse. I just stood there, waiting for her to tell him to get lost, to say she loved me, to do literally anything normal. She didn't. "I can't let you marry him," her ex kept going. "I know I screwed up. I know I wasn't ready before, but I am now. Everything you wanted. Marriage, kids, the whole life. I'm ready. Just don't do this. Choose me." My fiancée's hands were shaking, the bouquet trembling. She looked at me, then back at him, then at her dad. I don't. Her ex grabbed her hand. "You know what you want. You've always known. It's me. It's always been me." And she just crumbled, like everything we'd built together meant nothing. She looked at her dad. "I'm sorry." Barely a whisper. Dropped the bouquet. Turned toward her ex. "Let's go," he said. "Right now, before you change your mind. I need to think." "No thinking, we're leaving." And they left. Walked back down that aisle, out the doors, gone. The church exploded. Her mom screaming, my mom crying different tears now, people yelling. Her dad just stood there holding the bouquet she dropped, looking like someone had shot him. I finally moved, stepped down from the altar. My best man grabbed my shoulder. "Holy shit, man. What do we—" I walked to the microphone. Everyone went quiet. "So," I said, "that happened." Nervous laughter rippled through the crowd. "Here's the thing. I paid for a venue, an open bar, a band, really good food, and it's all non-refundable." Paused, looked around. "So screw it. We're having a party anyway. Reception venue's ready, bars open, let's go celebrate. I don't know. My freedom." More laughter, real this time. My best man started clapping, then my brother, then more people. The whole church started clapping and cheering. Her family looked horrified. Her mom tried to approach. "I'm so sorry, I don't understand what she's—" "Save it," I said. "I've got a party to throw." Walked right past her. The reception was insane. People got wasted. The band played every high-energy song they knew. My cousins did shots. My uncle gave a toast about dodging bullets. Someone started a limbo contest. I ate my half of the wedding cake. Drank good whiskey. Danced with my mom to what was supposed to be our mother-son dance. "You okay, baby?" she asked. Honestly, yeah, I'm good. And I was. Weirdly, genuinely good. Around midnight, still at the reception, my phone buzzed. Text from her. "I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Can we talk?" I stared at it, thought about responding. Then I put my phone away and went back to dancing. Update 1. Woke up the next morning with a brutal hangover. My best man had crashed on my couch. We ordered breakfast and tried to process the previous day. "Dude, you're like a folk hero now," he said, scrolling his phone. "People are still posting about it. Someone made a meme." "A meme?" He showed me. It was a picture of me at the microphone with text, "When life gives you a canceled wedding, throw the party anyway." I laughed. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. My phone had been going off all morning. I finally checked it. 53 messages. Mixed support from my people and panic from hers. Her mom had left multiple voicemails. I listened to one. "Please call me. She made a terrible mistake. She's devastated. Her ex has always manipulated her. You know that. Please, she loves you. Don't give up on her." Then her sister. "Seriously? You're just not gonna answer? She screwed up, but she needs you. Call her back." Then her. "Baby, please." I panicked. Seeing him there, hearing him say everything I'd wanted to hear from him for years, I just lost my mind. "But I love you. I want to marry you. Please, can we just talk?" I didn't respond to any of them. My best man watched me delete the voicemails. "You're really just done?" She ran out of our wedding, in front of everyone we know, with her ex-boyfriend. What's there to talk about? Fair. That's when my phone rang. Her number. I sent it to voicemail. Rang again immediately. Voicemail. Third time, I answered. "What?" "Oh, thank God." She was crying. "Please, I need to see you. I need to explain." "Explain what?" It was a mistake. I was overwhelmed and he caught me off guard and I just... "Where are you?" "I'm at a hotel. He got us a room to talk, but..." "You're at a hotel with your ex, the day after you left me at the altar." "It's not like that. We didn't do anything. We just talked all night and I realized I don't want him. I want you." "Cool story. Don't do this. Don't be cold. I know I hurt you, but you didn't hurt me. You humiliated me. There's a difference." "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll do anything." "Where's your car?" Pause. "What? Your car? Where is it?" He drove us here. In his car." "So where's yours?" "At the venue still, I think. Or maybe he moved it. I don't know. Why does that matter?" "Just curious. So you're stranded?" "Kind of. My phone's dying. I left my purse at the church. I don't have money for an Uber and he's not answering his door. I think he left." I almost laughed. Actually had to bite my lip to stop. "So let me make sure I understand. You ditched me at our wedding to be with your ex, who then ditched you at a hotel, and now you're calling me to come rescue you." I know how it sounds. It sounds exactly as pathetic as it is. "Please, can you please just come get me? Then we can talk about everything. I just need to get home." "Home? You mean the apartment you were supposed to move out of? The one I've already started packing up because we were supposed to move into our house?" Silence. "The house," I continued. "The one I bought. The 3-bedroom one I've been renovating for months as a surprise. The one that's in my name only because I bought it before I proposed. That house." I forgot about that." "Yeah, you forgot a lot of things. Like your commitment, your vows, your dignity." "You're being mean." "I'm being honest." "Where am I supposed to go?" "Your parents' house, your sister's place, the hotel room your ex rented. Literally anywhere that's not my problem." "I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're surprised. I made one mistake, and it was a big one. Deal with it." Hung up. Blocked her number. My best man was staring at me. Savage. Too much? Nah, she earned it. Over the next few days, the messages kept coming through other people. Her friends, her sister, her mom, all the same basic message with different wording. "She's sorry. She made a mistake. She needs your help. Please talk to her." I ignored all of them. Then, her dad called. I actually liked her dad. Solid guy, I answered. "I'm not calling to defend her," he said right away. "What she did was inexcusable. I'm mortified." "Okay, but people are asking about the wedding gifts and the deposits on everything. We need to sort out the practical stuff." He was right. "Gifts from your family, keep them or return them. I don't care. Mine go back to my people. Deposits in my name stay with me. Anything in her name is her problem." "That's fair. And the house? What about it?" "She's gonna need somewhere to stay. She can't live with us long term." "Not my problem. The house is mine. She's not on the deed. She's never even seen it finished." "I understand. Just thought I'd ask." "She can figure it out. She's an adult who made an adult decision." He sighed. "You're right. She made her bed. I'm sorry. You're a good man. She's a fool." "Thanks." After we hung up, I sat there thinking about the house. The place I'd spent months fixing up. New kitchen, refinished floors, fresh paint, the master bedroom I'd imagined us sharing. Well, guess it was all mine now. Silver lining. Update 2. About a week later, her mom showed up at my office. Security called. "There's a woman in the lobby asking for you. Says she's your ex-fiancée's mother. Tell her I'm in a meeting. She says she'll wait." Of course she would. I went down. She was sitting in one of the lobby chairs, purse in her lap, looking determined. "We need to talk," she said when she saw me. "No, we don't." "Yes, we do. You need to forgive her." I actually laughed. "I need to? She's staying with us, sleeping in her childhood bedroom. She cries all day. You're destroying her." She destroyed herself. Her ex manipulated her. He's always been toxic. He convinced her to sign over her car to him. Wait, what? Her car? He said if they were going to make it work, they needed to share assets. So she signed the title over to him. Then he disappeared with it. I should have felt bad, should have felt something. I didn't. That sucks for her. Her mom's eyes went wide. "That's all you have to say?" "What do you want me to say? She's an adult. She made choices. Now she's living with consequences." "You could help her." "Why would I?" "Because you loved her." Loved. Past tense. She killed that when she walked down the aisle, away from me. This is cruel. She made one mistake, one massive, public, humiliating mistake, in front of 200 people at our wedding. So you're gonna punish her forever? I'm not punishing anyone, I'm just not saving her. Big difference. Her mom stood up, got in my face. "She needs you. Don't you understand that?" She needed me at the altar. She chose differently. Please, just talk to her. Hear her out. You two can work through this. No. Why not? Because I don't want to. Because she made her choice. Because I'm done. You're being childish. I'm being smart. Security was walking over. I waved them closer. "This woman is leaving." Her mom's face went red. "You're having me removed? You showed up at my workplace to berate me about your daughter's terrible decisions." "Yeah, you're leaving." Security escorted her out. She was yelling the whole way about how heartless I was, how her daughter deserved better, how I'd regret this someday. I went back to work. My boss called me in later that day. "Everything all right?" "Got a report about a disturbance." Ex-fiancée's mom, from the wedding thing. "Ah, the party wedding. That was legendary, by the way. Thanks. Just keep the personal drama out of the office moving forward, yeah?" "Absolutely." That night, another unknown number called. I almost didn't answer. "Stop being a stubborn ass and talk to my sister." Her sister. "How'd you get this number?" "Doesn't matter. You need to have a conversation with her." "No, I don't. She's falling apart. She barely eats, doesn't sleep. She's a mess." Okay, that's it. What do you want me to say? That you care, that you're worried, something. But I don't, and I'm not. How can you be so heartless? Years of practice, apparently. She loves you. She loved her ex more, at least for that moment, and that moment happened to be our wedding day. People make mistakes, and people live with them. You're impossible. I'm consistent. She made a choice. I'm making mine. Moving on. After 1 week? After the best week I've had in months, actually. That's messed up. What's messed up is everyone acting like I'm the villain here. I didn't do anything wrong. I showed up. I was ready to commit. She ran. She was confused. Being confused doesn't give you a free pass to humiliate someone and expect them to just take you back. Her sister was quiet. Then, she's asking about the house. What about it? Can she stay there? You have 3 bedrooms. I laughed. Hard. Absolutely not. Why not? Because it's my house. I bought it. My name, my money. She has zero claim to it. But you bought it for both of you. I bought it for my future wife. She made it clear she doesn't want that job, so no house. You're unbelievable. I'm practical. She hung up. The harassment continued through my own family. My aunt called. Her mother contacted me through Facebook. Great. She wants me to talk sense into you. There's no sense to talk. I'm already being sensible. The girl is genuinely sorry. Aunt, I love you. But stay out of this. I'm just saying, everyone deserves a second chance. Not everyone. Not for everything. This isn't a second chance situation. This is a you showed me who you really are situation. You're really not going to forgive her? Nope. Ever? Can't see that happening, no. My aunt sighed. All right, I'll let them know I tried. After that call, I really thought about it. Everyone pushing. Everyone saying I should forgive her. Be the bigger person, give her another chance. But why? She didn't make a small mistake. She didn't forget our anniversary. She didn't accidentally hurt my feelings. She made a calculated choice, heard her ex say the magic words, and threw away 3 years. Our future, our plans, everything, in front of everyone. And now that it blew up in her face, I was supposed to what? Take her back? Pretend it never happened? Hell no. I texted my best man. Beer? Always. We met at our usual spot. I filled him in on the week's greatest hits. They're relentless, he said. Yeah, you wavering at all? Not even a little bit. Good, because if you took her back, I'd have to disown you as a friend. I laughed. Not happening. I'm actually happy. Is that weird? That you're happy not marrying someone who abandoned you at the altar? That's called having a brain. We drank to that. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered. Put it on speaker so my best man could hear. This is getting pathetic. Please, her voice, crying. Please just talk to me. Just once. Let me explain everything. Then if you never want to see me again, I'll accept it. But please, I'm begging. Where are you getting all these phones? Friends, family, people at coffee shops. I don't care. I just need you to listen. I've heard plenty. No, you haven't. You don't know what it was like. He showed up and said everything I'd waited years for him to say. Everything you knew I wanted to hear. And I panicked. I thought it was my last chance. It was your last chance at a good life, and you blew it. I know I did, and I hate myself for it. I can't eat, can't sleep, I'm miserable. Good, she gasped. Actually gasped. How can you say that? Because you should feel miserable. You did something horrible, you should feel horrible. I do, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Great, feel bad, learn from it, move on, like I am. You're really not gonna forgive me? Ever? Can't imagine any universe where that happens. What if I could prove I love you? What if I could show you it was just temporary insanity? Doesn't matter. The damage is done, permanently. So 3 years, just gone, like that. You threw them away, not me. Own it. I hate you, she whispered. No, you hate yourself. There's a difference. Hung up. Blocked another number. My best man raised his beer. Ice cold, man. I'm just done being the nice guy who gets stepped on. Took you long enough. We closed down the bar that night, and I felt better than I had in months. Final update. Things got weirder before they got better. My ex apparently decided on one final grand gesture. Showed up at my house, the house she'd never been to, the one I'd been renovating in secret as a wedding surprise. I wasn't home, out with friends. But my neighbor called. Hey, there's a woman on your porch, been sitting there for hours, says she's your fiancée. She's not. If she doesn't leave in the next 10 minutes, call the cops. You sure? Positive. Cops showed up. She tried explaining that we were supposed to get married, that it was a misunderstanding, that I was being unreasonable. They told her it was private property. She needed to leave. She refused. They threatened to arrest her for trespassing. She finally left, but not before taping a note to my door. I found it when I got home. 5 pages, front and back. All about her regrets, how sorry she was, how she'd spend the rest of her life making it up to me, how she'd do anything for another chance. I read it all, every word, then threw it in the trash, didn't respond, didn't acknowledge it, just tossed it and went to bed. A week later, some mutual friends tried an intervention. Invited me to what I thought was a normal hangout. Showed up and there were like 10 people sitting in a circle, looking at me with pity. What's this? Her best friend stood up. We're here because we care about you both, and we think you need to hear her side. My ex was in the corner. Red eyes, looking miserable. I looked around the room. Did she tell you what happened? Yes, and we understand you're hurt. Did she tell you she ran out of our wedding? At the altar? To be with her ex-boyfriend? In front of 200 people? Uncomfortable silence. Did she mention that part? No one said anything. And you're all here to tell me I should forgive that? Because she's sad? One of my friends cleared his throat. We just think maybe you should talk to her, that's all. I'm good. I headed for the door. She jumped up. Wait, please, just 5 minutes. No. Why not? Because I don't owe you anything. But I love you. You loved him more, you proved that. That's not fair. Fair? You want to talk about fair? How fair was it to make me stand at an altar while you ran off with another man? I made a mistake. Yeah, a permanent one. I walked out, lost a few friends that day. Didn't care. If they couldn't see how messed up her actions were, they weren't real friends. The harassment finally stopped after her dad called me one more time. I told her she needs to stop, he said. This has gone too far. I'm ashamed of her. Thanks, she's moving away. New job, new city, fresh start. Good for her. She wanted me to tell you she's sorry. One last time. Okay, that's all? What else is there? You're handling this well. I don't have a choice. Be bitter or move forward. I'm choosing forward. Smart. I really am sorry about everything. Me too. But honestly, I'm also grateful. Grateful? Better to find out who she really is now than after marriage, after kids, after our lives were completely tangled. That's a healthy way to see it. It's the only way. After that, things finally went quiet. No more messages, no more ambushes, no more 5-page letters, just silence. I finished the house, moved in, got a dog, a rescue lab mix who's way more loyal than my ex ever was. Started dating again after a few months, and I'm good. Actually, genuinely good. The wedding that wasn't ended up being the best thing that could have happened. I didn't marry someone who couldn't commit. Someone who'd always wonder, someone who'd bail when things got real. People still talk about it. That wedding where the bride ran off and the groom threw a party anyway. Yeah. That was me. And I'd do it exactly the same. Heard through mutual friends that my ex is struggling in her new city. Job's okay, but not great. Living in a tiny apartment. Still single. Still miserable about everything. Her ex, the one she left me for, posted on social media that he's engaged. To someone else. She saw it. Apparently she lost it completely. Karma's real. As for me, I've been seeing someone for a few months now. She's incredible, smart, funny, knows what she wants, and she thinks the whole wedding story is hilarious. You turned a disaster into a party, she said when I told her. That's the most attractive thing I've ever heard. We're taking it slow, no rush. But she already told me, if we ever get married, I'm not running anywhere. You're stuck with me. Good, I said, because I'm not planning another impromptu party. She laughed, and I realized something. I actually believe in relationships again, just not with the person I thought I would. Sometimes the best revenge isn't some elaborate plan. It's just living well, moving on, being happy. My ex wanted me to chase her, to fight for her, to prove my love by taking her back after she humiliated me. I did none of that. I let her live with her choices. Let her see what life was like without me. Let her understand exactly what she threw away. And I moved on to someone who actually values me. That's the real victory. Not that she's unhappy, but that I'm genuinely happy. She's just gone. Living her consequences. Exactly where she chose to be when she ran down that aisle. My fiancée posted photos from her secret weekend getaway, wearing an engagement ring I didn't give her. I commented, "Gorgeous ring, congratulations." Then I sent screenshots to her parents, the church, and every wedding vendor with "cancel everything" notices. When her mom called crying about the shame, I, 32 male, was scrolling Instagram with my morning coffee when I saw it. My fiancé, 29, posted a photo carousel, beach sunset, white dress, champagne, and on her left hand, a massive emerald-cut diamond that definitely wasn't the princess-cut solitaire I'd put there 8 months ago. Caption: sometimes life surprises you in the most magical ways, feeling blessed beyond words. Her college roommate in the comments: OMG, finally. Her cousin: about time he made it official. Her aunt: so happy for you both. I scrolled through all 9 photos. There's this guy in half of them. Tall, athletic, polo shirt, boat shoes. Very, my father will hear about this, energy. They're laughing together, his arm around her waist, that ring catching the sunset light. My ring? Nowhere. She was supposed to be at her sister's place this weekend helping with the nursery renovation. I sat there for a while, just processing. Then something clicked in my brain. That weird calm you get when you realize you're not crazy, you're not paranoid, you just found the evidence. Screenshotted everything, every photo, every comment, the timestamp, the location tag. Then I commented on her post, "Gorgeous ring, congratulations, he's a lucky guy." Started making calls, wedding coordinator, church office, reception venue, photographer, florist, caterer, DJ. One by one. "Hi, this is the groom, need to cancel everything, wedding's off." Some got voicemails, some answered. The photographer actually remembered us from the engagement shoot. "Oh no, I'm so sorry, are you both alright?" "I'm fine. She's apparently engaged to someone else, so." Long pause on the other end. I'm sorry, what? Found out this morning. Instagram. Different guy, different ring, whole romantic beach weekend. That's absolutely horrible. I don't even know what to say. Nothing to say. Can you cancel our date? Of course. Done, and I'm genuinely sorry. That's just awful. The church was next. Not just any church, her family's church. 3 generations of baptisms, weddings, funerals. This was basically sacred ground for them. Got the pastor's email from our previous conversations. Attached all the screenshots. Dear Pastor, I'm formally requesting cancellation of our October ceremony. My fiancée has apparently become engaged to another individual, as evidenced by the attached images posted this morning. I apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Sent. Then I forwarded the screenshots to her parents. Just the photos. No message. Let them figure it out. Her dad called within minutes. What the hell is this? Photos your daughter posted this morning. Where did she get that ring? That's not yours. Correct. I could hear her mom freaking out in the background, demanding to see the phone. There has to be an explanation. Sure. She's engaged to 2 people. Don't be ridiculous. Did you 2 have a fight? No fight. Everything was fine. Then I woke up to photos of my fiancée wearing someone else's engagement ring at a beach house when she said she was at her sister's place. You can't just cancel everything without talking to us first. I can, actually. Already did. Church, venue, all of it. You canceled the church, our family's church, without permission? I'm the groom, or I was. Don't really need permission to cancel my own wedding. Her mom grabbed the phone. She was crying. This is a misunderstanding. You can't cancel everything before we figure out what's happening. What's there to figure out? She's wearing another man's engagement ring. We don't know the full story. She's not answering her phone. You're destroying everything. I'm not destroying anything. She already did that. The church, everyone will know. Do you have any idea the shame this brings on our family? And there it was. Not, oh my God, is our daughter cheating, or are you okay? Just the shame. What will people think? The shame is hers to own. How dare you? I hung up. My phone immediately exploded. Her sister, brother, friends, random people I barely knew, all demanding explanations, calling me crazy, saying I was spreading lies and ruining her reputation. Turned the phone off, pulled out my laptop, started sending formal cancellation notices to every vendor. Professional and brief. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we need to cancel our October booking. My fiancé has entered into an engagement with another individual. Please process this cancellation immediately and advise on deposit refunds per our contract terms. Attach the screenshots to each email as documentation. Hit send on all of them. Turned my phone back on hours later. Over 80 messages. Bunch of missed calls. 1 voicemail from my fiancé. What the hell did you do? My parents are losing it. The church called them. Vendors are emailing me about cancellations. Are you insane? Call me back, right now. Not I can explain. Not I'm so sorry. Not this isn't what it looks like. Just anger that I'd taken action. Deleted it. Update 1. She showed up at my apartment Sunday night. Pounded on my door forever before I opened it. She looked panicked. Hair messy, no makeup, still in clothes from wherever she'd been. We need to talk. No, we don't. You can't just cancel our entire wedding. Already did. It's done. This is psychotic. You saw 1 post and just destroyed everything? 1 post of you wearing another man's engagement ring. Yeah, that'll do it. It's not what you think. I actually laughed. Then explain the ring, explain the guy, explain the beach house when you were supposedly helping your sister. She opened her mouth, closed it, tried again. He's someone from before you. We reconnected. It's complicated. Complicated how? I didn't mean for this to happen. I was confused. I needed time to figure things out. And you figured things out by getting engaged to him? It wasn't supposed to go public yet. He posted before I could stop him, and I just went with it. I was going to talk to you this week. The audacity. Like the problem was the timing of the Instagram post. So your plan was what? Keep me in the dark while you decided between us? Keep me paying for our wedding while you made up your mind. You're twisting this. I'm clarifying it. You wanted options. Didn't work out. My parents are devastated. Do you have any idea what you've done to my family? To your family? Are you serious? The church has been calling them. My mom is humiliated. Everyone's asking questions. Yeah, They should be asking questions, like why their daughter is a... Don't you dare make me the villain when you went nuclear without even talking to me. My neighbor pounded on the wall. We were yelling. I lowered my voice. Get out. No, we're fixing this. We can still salvage. There's nothing to salvage. You picked him. Congrats. Now leave. I didn't pick him. I haven't picked anyone. You wore his ring. You posted photos. You spent a romantic weekend with him. Those are choices. She started crying. Full breakdown. This isn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to have the perfect wedding. With which husband? She went quiet. Leave your tea. You're really doing this? Throwing away everything we built? I'm not throwing it away. You did. I'm accepting reality. She literally threw the tea at my chest. You're going to regret this when you calm down and realize you overreacted. I am calm. This is me calm. Closed the door. Locked it. Stood there shaking. Monday morning, her dad showed up at my office. Security called asking if they should send him away. I let him up. He sat down without asking. We need to handle this like adults. Your daughter cheated and got engaged to someone else. What's to handle? She made a mistake. A stupid, impulsive mistake. But you canceled everything without giving her a chance. She had her chance yesterday, said she was confused and needed time to decide between me and him. His face twitched. She said that? Word for word. He looked away. The wedding's been planned for months. Deposits paid. The church date is sacred to our family. The contracts are in my name. The deposits were my money. I'm entitled to cancel. This isn't about legal rights. It's about doing what's right. Giving her a chance to fix this. She's wearing someone else's ring. How do you fix that? She'll give it back. He's some rich kid from her college days, swept her off her feet with expensive gifts. She got caught up in a fantasy, but she loves you. She wants to marry you. Does she? Or does she want the wedding that's already planned? He stood up. You're letting pride destroy something beautiful. She destroyed it. I'm just not pretending it's still intact. My family is humiliated. The church, our friends, everyone knows something happened. My wife hasn't stopped crying. Your daughter humiliated herself. I'm declining to participate in the cover-up. You're cruel. I'm realistic. There's a difference. He left. I went home early, found vendor responses in my email. Reception venue, non-refundable deposit, but date released. Caterer, 60% refund. Photographer, full refund with another sympathy message. Also got an email from the church. The pastor wanted to meet with both of us for counseling before finalizing the cancellation. Standard procedure. I replied, counseling won't fix this. Please proceed with cancellation. Then her college friends added me to a group chat. Just started attacking. You're a coward for not letting her explain. Real men fight for relationships. She made one mistake and you're punishing her forever? You never really loved her. I read through maybe 30 messages. Then typed, she got engaged to someone else while engaged to me. If you think that's one mistake, your standards are broken. I didn't walk away, she did. I'm just not chasing. Left the group. My buddy called wanting to grab a beer. We met up. You're weirdly calm about this. What's the alternative? Fall apart? Most people would. I'm angry and hurt, but falling apart doesn't help. She made her choice. I'm making mine. That ring in the photos was massive. Dude must have serious money. Good for him, he can pay for his own wedding. Think they'll actually get married? Don't know. Don't care. Got home late. She'd texted from a friend's phone. Can we please just talk? Really talk? I know I messed up, but we can fix this. I stared at it for a while. Part of me wanted to respond, but there wasn't anything to say. She got engaged to someone else. That's not complicated. That's just done. Didn't reply. Went to bed. Update 2. The church situation got ridiculous fast. Pastor called me. I spoke with the family. They're requesting I hold off on finalizing the cancellation. They believe this can be resolved through counseling. It's not their wedding. I understand, but the family has been members here for over 30 years. Significant contributors to the building fund, youth programs, various ministries. There's pressure to handle this delicately. So money talks, even in church. You're saying the date isn't actually canceled? I'm asking you both to come in for one counseling session before I make a final decision. That's not how this works. I formally requested cancellation. You can't hold it hostage. Please understand my position. I understand perfectly. They donate money, so you're prioritizing their wishes. Got it. I'll be speaking with my attorney. Hung up. Called my cousin, who's a lawyer. She laughed. They can't force you into counseling. Send them a certified letter formally withdrawing. If they don't comply, we escalate. Did exactly that. Meanwhile, social media became a war zone. My ex deleted her Instagram post, but people had screenshotted it. It was circulating everywhere. Her friends went nuclear. One posted a long story about how I was controlling and manipulative and had financially abused her by cutting off wedding funds. Which was insane because there were no joint wedding funds. I paid everything directly. I screenshotted her story and posted my own response. For anyone spreading lies, I discovered my fiancé got engaged to another person through Instagram. I canceled our wedding. No abuse, no control, no cutting off funds. Just a guy who declined to pay for a wedding to someone marrying someone else. Screenshots available. Tagged the friend. My phone exploded, but the narrative shifted. People started demanding proof from her friends. They had none. The friend deleted her story, blocked me, went private, then her sister called, the one she was supposedly helping that weekend. I need you to know I had no idea. She told everyone she was with me. I didn't know she was lying. Okay, she's fallen apart, completely, staying with our parents, crying constantly. That's unfortunate. That's IT? That's all you can say? What do you want me to say? She knows she messed up. She's desperate to fix it. The other guy, she ended it. She's not even talking to him. Doesn't change anything. Why are you being so cold? People make mistakes, right? Getting drunk and kissing someone, mistake. Having an entire secret relationship, accepting a proposal, posting about it publicly, those are choices. She got swept up. He's wealthy, charming, promised her everything. She made bad decisions, but she came to her senses. After getting caught, there's a difference. You won't give her any chance? If your husband posted engagement photos with another woman, would you just forgive him? Silence. Goodbye. Friday brought something unexpected. The other guy called, got my number somehow. Is this the other fiancé? Who's this? The guy whose proposal your girlfriend accepted. Funny, I was about to say the same thing, except she was my fiancé first, for 8 months. Wedding in October. Dead silence. What? Yeah, we're engaged, or were. Then I saw your beach photos. She told me she was single, just out of a long relationship. She told me she was helping her sister. More silence. Are you messing with me right now? I wish. She's apparently been engaged to both of us. Holy, we've been together 3 months. She never mentioned you. Not once. 3 months? She told me a few weeks. He laughed bitterly. Of course she did. Did she mention her debt? My stomach dropped. What debt? About 30 grand in credit cards. Said her ex stuck her with it. I'd been helping with payments. I'd never heard about any debt. We kept finances separate, but she'd never mentioned anything like that. She told me you were some rich college ex trying to win her back. Rich? I mean, I do okay, but that ring set me back significantly. I wanted to prove I was serious. We both sat there. So what now? I finally said. Now I'm done. I don't do drama, and I definitely don't do liars. You can consider this a heads up from one guy to another. Appreciate it. He hung up. I sat there trying to process. She'd been lying to everyone. Different stories, hidden debt, keeping us completely separate. My phone buzzed. Text from her mom. We need to talk in person. Tomorrow. Update 3. Met her parents at a coffee shop. Neutral ground. They looked destroyed. Her mom's eyes were swollen. Her dad looked like he'd aged years. Her mom started before I even sat down. She's in therapy, starting medication. She's taking this seriously. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say? Her dad leaned forward. The pastor agreed to hold the date for 60 days while she works on herself. We're hoping you'll reconsider. I won't. Her mom's voice cracked. Please. She made terrible choices, but she's trying. Doesn't that matter? It matters for her future, not for this relationship. Why are you being so stubborn? She got engaged to someone else while engaged to me. She lied about where she was, who she was with. She has hidden debt. She told him I was an ex, told me he was an ex. That's not a mistake, that's a pattern. Her dad tried a different angle. What if we paid for everything, the entire wedding, every vendor? You wouldn't pay $1. No, why not? Because I don't want to marry someone I can't trust. Money doesn't fix that. Her mom started crying harder. The shame is killing us. Everyone at church is talking. How do we explain our daughter was engaged to 2 men? Tell the truth, or lie like she did. Your choice. Her dad stood up. You're determined to punish her. I'm protecting myself from someone who proved they can't be trusted. That's not punishment. That's survival. They left. The pastor called later. I received your letter. After consideration and prayer, I'm releasing the wedding date. I'm sorry it ended this way. Thank you. For what it's worth, I think you're making the right choice. Some things can't be fixed through counseling. I should have recognized that sooner. The reception venue emailed Monday. Her parents had contacted them offering to pay a rebooking fee to keep the date. I called immediately. Do not accept any payments from anyone except me. The wedding is canceled. Final. Understood. Next few weeks were quiet. No messages from her family, her friends. The other guy texted once. She tried calling. Didn't answer. Thought you should know. Didn't respond. Worked on getting refunds. Lost about $3,000 total. Cheaper than a divorce. My cousin helped make sure everything was legally clean. No shared accounts, no obligations. The only loose end was my ring. She never returned it. Then last month, 6 weeks after everything exploded, I got a padded envelope, no return address. The ring was inside, with a note. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything. I destroyed something good because I got greedy and wanted more than I deserved. You deserved better. I'm returning this because it belongs to you. What we had belongs to you. I don't get to keep any of it. I stared at that note. Part of me wanted to feel vindicated. She admitted it, apologized, took responsibility. But mostly I just felt sad. Sad for the wasted time. Sad for what could have been if she'd just been honest. Took the ring to a jeweler, sold it, used the money toward a new car I'd been wanting. Ran into her brother at the store recently. We'd been friendly. He came over. Hey, how are you? Managing. You? Family's been better. She's still in therapy, living with our parents, working on the debt situation. Good. Hope it helps. For what it's worth, I don't blame you. What she did was wrong. I told her that. Thanks for saying that. And I'm sorry about the church thing. My parents pushing counseling. That wasn't fair. It's fine. We talked for another minute, then went separate ways. So here's where things are now, about 2 months later. Wedding, canceled. Lost some deposits, got others back. Her, therapy, living with parents, dealing with debt and whatever else. Her family, still humiliated. Stopped going to their regular church apparently. Going somewhere else now. The other guy, blocked her, moved on. Me, doing all right. Work's good, hanging with friends. Sold my apartment, got a smaller place. Fresh start felt necessary. Some people think I overreacted. Should have tried counseling, given her another chance. Maybe they're right, but here's the thing. She didn't make one mistake. She made hundreds. Every lie. Every time she said I love you while planning a future with someone else. Those weren't mistakes. Those were choices. And I chose not to compete for someone who should have chosen me from the start. The revenge wasn't dramatic. No public confrontations, no attempts to destroy her life. Just methodical dismantling of the future she assumed would wait while she explored her options. Her mom was right. The shame mattered. Not to me, but to them. Years building this image of the perfect family. Shattered publicly. The church community they'd been part of forever? Can't face them anymore. That wasn't my revenge. That was just consequences. I didn't ruin her life. She did that herself. I just declined to help maintain the illusion that everything was fine. And that's enough.